Hey, I'm Jeremy, and I have a web design company called JezWeb. I get asked questions sometimes about how do I improve the position of my website in a search engine. And look, it is a pretty big area of topic, but you could break it down into some fairly basic fundamentals. And if you keep in mind in the overall scheme of things, the search engine servers or algorithms are trying to give people the most detailed, useful, concise, important information first. And typically that means the website that's had the most effort put into its content and is the most original is going to be considered more highly than one that is, say, copy and pasted lots of other stuff or is just a couple of pages. So if you can get the information on your website to be relevant and keep expanding on and updating it, and that might mean adding a page every so often or keeping a blog post or whatever other updates you can do, a photo gallery even, that's going to help. One of the other things that as a business owner you can help push along is to make use of the relationships that you've got with other businesses. Now, you probably see you get like spam every other day from people trying to get link swaps with you. And so it's pretty obvious that there's something going on here. And the problem with that, okay, so you can see here I've got blah blah blah, I would like to swap links with your website. This is in my spam folder. Blah blah blah, I want to swap links with your website. What other spam can we find here? They're just pouring every day. It's ridiculous. So, lots of other random spam going on there. Anyway, so the thing with that is, businesses are kind of immune to that kind of request all the time. So what you need to do is see what relationships you've got you can make use of or leverage. So, are you sponsoring a sporting organisation or community organisation? And could they put a link on their website to your website? So maybe you have a sports club that you are buying football equipment for. Would they put a link on their website to yours saying, these guys are great, they bought our football equipment, something like that. A few other websites, I just had a bit of a look for a few prominent websites in Google for Newcastle. Now keep in mind, the more important the website that you've got a link on, the bit more help that's going to be. So if you have a link on the homepage of one of the most visited websites on the internet, that's going to be stacks more helpful than if it's on old bloke who has 2 pages website that no one ever visits and no one knows about. Right? So not everything you get a link on is going to be helpful. So the better the website that you get a link on, the better. So if I have a look, like this is the NBA website in Newcastle, and you can have a bit of a look around. There's probably opportunities here to get a link in, and a few that sort of stand out as being potentials, like the past winners here. But really, I would be saying, look, seeing as though you've got my business name here, could you just link that to our website? It's not a big thing to do. They've got an email address here. They could put their website address in there. If Justine Mullane wants to have their website address in there, that might be possible. I'm not saying it is, but that's the kind of thing you've got to look at. They might have a frequently asked questions section or a what's new section. If you're in this builders and tradesmen section, make sure you've got your website address in here. That's important. That means that the search engines can find it. I'm assuming that these people pay good money to be in this organisation, so hey, make use of it. Get your website in there. If you were a recruitment agent for Newcastle Port Corp and you saw that they have a positions vacant page, maybe you could get your website linked on there and say, look, there's no positions vacant at the moment, but we work with this recruitment agent. Boom, 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 and that links to your website. Maybe you could submit a piece of information that's about the history of the port or something like that. So you might say, okay, well, I'm going to write something that talks about how the port started, and it's going to link back to my book that's about the history of the Port of Newcastle, something like that. So you might say to them, look, put this in there, but I want a link acknowledging the fact that I've written this information. Newcastle Airport, I don't know, is there a place here you could get a link? Maybe, let's say you're a security company and you provide the security for Newcastle Airport. Now, maybe they don't want a link on there, but you might be able to say to them, look, you know, we provide the security for your airport. How about having a link on there? And it could just say something like, if there's any complaints about the security, or perhaps you're the cleaner, if there's any complaints about the cleaning, please forward them to this company and they'll deal with it straight away. Something like that. What else? If we go to the Peppers Resort in the Hunter Valley, they've got a frequently asked questions page. Now, let's say that you are the preferred catering company for Peppers estate. Well, what if one of the frequently asked questions is, can you provide a catering service if I have a conference? And the answer might be, yep, we can provide that, and this is the company that we prefer to use. Here's their website. Now, can you see how, firstly, it's more helpful to the visitor of the website because you're providing what they are after, okay? But also, you're making use of that existing relationship. So you know the manager or the CEO or the person who's in charge of the website, and you can say to them, could you do this for us? You know, do a really good job for you. Could you put this link in here for us? And you might say, look to them, we want to do the same for you. So, you know, on your website, you might have a clients we work with section. And you can say, look, we're going to put your logo and a little description, a link to your website, and we're going to say, you are our preferred place to send our family when we have a holiday in the Hunter Valley, or whatever. You need to try and give them back something as well. And now, it could be even more overt than that. Maybe you need to bribe them. Say, look, here's the quote for your cleaning contract, or here's the quote for your employment solution. Have a link on our website, and we'll give you a $200 Coles voucher. I agree, you need to pick your mark carefully if you're going to do that sort of thing. But when we had the shutters installed on our building, the company said, look, if you put a sign up in your front yard for, I think it was 6 months or something, or whatever it was, then, you know, we'll give you a discount. Now, probably what really would have happened is if we said no, well, I mean, they probably add the cost. They don't, not really a discount as such, but whatever. The point is, it's like people, if you can give them an incentive to do it, whether it's financial or recognition by saying, look, we're going to recognize you on our website or put you in our newsletter or whatever. If you can give people something that they find to be of value, can you get them to give you a link on their website? If you've got special packages and you own a bed and breakfast and you give away packages of hot air balloon flights, can you get a link on hot air balloon flight website saying, this is a place where you can stay, and on your website you can give a link saying, this is where you can get a hot air balloon flight. That's the kind of thing you need to think a bit about this. And honestly, this is something that probably as the business owner or manager of an organisation, you're much better suited to do than any search engine company, because you've got the relationship. You know who you can talk to. Vintage website, okay, you wouldn't immediately think there's an opportunity for a link. What if you're the person that does all the golf lessons for the vintage, or you hire out all the golf carts, or you are the one that does the table decorations for a conference? Well, can you ask them, look, can you put in a link to my website? Maybe you provide the Christmas trees, or maybe you are the arborist that cuts down the dead trees. I don't know. Whatever the opportunity is that you provide help for this company, can you get them, by whatever means, to link to your website? Frequently asked questions on the Mercure. They've got all these questions here, like, what time do the gardens open? What time do the cellar's doors open? Blah, blah, blah. Well, what about, I want to get to the Hunter Valley Gardens. Oh, there's a transport thing here. What options do I have? Oh, there's Rover Coaches. How about a link to Rover Coaches? Or, hello, I'm from Cessnock Radio Cabs. Could you turn that into a link to our website? Because we've got an online booking and we want to make it easier for people to get to us. That's a little bit... you've got to think a bit differently in terms of... Well, you can't just say, please put a link to me on your website. Because they're going to go, I'm not going to put a link on my homepage. Like, what use is that? You're not going to say to the Mercure, can you put a link on your homepage, please? Because they'll be just going like, what's the relevance of that? Why would we put that there? But if you do all the wedding organising, and they've got a wedding page, and you say, look, here are our 5 most preferred wedding celebrants, and link to their websites. That's useful to the people who are going to get weddings, probably, and it's value adding in terms of what's on that website, and it's great for you because then there's a link from that website to your website, and that means more links to your website means your website can go up in the search engine results. Now that is an oversimplification, okay? There is a lot more to it than that, but if you cover some fundamentals like decent information on your website, use bold, italics, headings, put pictures in, videos, put links to your website in the comments of your YouTube videos, and get other websites to refer to or put links to you. It's like a citation in a book where you say, this is the book that we did our research from. The more of that you can get, the better chances you've got of moving up in the website search engine rankings compared to some other website. Thank you. Thank you for listening. My name is Jeremy. We have a little web design company called JezWeb, based in Newcastle, Australia. If you do need a hand with your website or your search engine marketing, feel free to give us a call. Our website is www.jezweb.com.au.